Namaste to all. Let us see more interesting question and answers from the website vedamandir.com. Answers have been given by my Acharya Swami Ram Swarupji Yogacharya. The question and answers are available in the website. You can go to website and see at any point of time. There are hundreds and thousands of question answers which will help you to get back to the Vedic path. First question, please explain the meaning of the word Sandhya. My Acharya ji answers, some means with satisfactory efforts. Dai means meditation or concentration. So Samdhya means meditation, concentration with satisfactory efforts. So when we sit for Sandhya, that is to do Yajna, Havan, our 100% concentration must be in reciting Veda mantra and offering Ahuti in the burning fire. We must also consider at that time the meaning of the mantras while reciting. Next question, what is the opposite of Vedas? My Acharya answers, illusion or ignorance. Next question, can you please tell me how a Nitya Mukta person thinks and reacts for the Mithya world, as we know? How is his mental and physical situation? When he is in Nitya Mukta Sthiti, how he maintains this condition throughout his life? My Acharya replies, the soul of the yogi is indulged in Brahm, that is Almighty God. All his 5 senses, 5 perceptions and mind are controlled, that is, it cannot do any sins. All his deeds are selfless and resultless. His deeds do not give the result to him to face. He always remains pleasant. Yet his indriya, that is his senses, do normal deeds selflessly, and this all he is not doing, but it is automatic due to the stage of his salvation. His all wishes and karmas are burnt. Because he is having body for some years, so he waits to get out of the body till such time, etc. etc. What a beautiful answer. Next question, I am searching for happiness. Please guide me. My Acharya answers, happiness is a matter of inner side and not of outside. Our eyes, nose, ear, tongue and skin always carry out concentration outside, and thus if a person is a man of billion, then too he would be unable to get peace. So please do daily jap of holy name of Almighty God. Learn yoga, asana, pranayam and meditation locally, because I cannot teach being away. Control your desires. Always speak sweetly. Awake early in the morning for a long morning walk. Respect your parents and elders and everything will be okay. What a beautiful answer. Next question. How to lead a stress-free family life? My Acharya answers, cooperation and understanding or compromise gives satisfaction. This is the time for the husband to earn sufficient money for family. So if the husband at present does not have sufficient time to devote to the family, then the responsibility rests on the wife to look after the house carefully and to please the husband as well. Second way is to minimize the requirements. Then only one will pay less time to job and more time to the family. The most important point made by Almighty God is that only money, materialistic articles of the world and family cannot give us peace or satisfaction. For this purpose, one will have to get progress in both the spheres, that is worldly as well as spiritually. So please try to chant Gayatri Mantra daily both the times, as well as try to do Havan with Gayatri Mantra. This pious worship must be done by all the family members. Daily Swadhyaya, that is study of spiritual books, minimum 1 page is necessary. This will give peace to the family. What a practical advice. Next question, can Sandhya mantra be recited in the morning? My Acharya answers, Sandhya means a sam plus dhya, to sit on, to concentrate the best. Sam means at the best and dhya means to concentrate. So Sandhya mantra does not tell the meaning of evening. So Sandhya mantras are always recited both the times, that is morning and evening. Next question, Shankaracharya was a great yogi according to some, but he himself started the theory of Vedanta. You are against it, and Swami Dayananda Saraswati was also against the theory of Advaitavad, as it is not supported by Vedas. Why is this contradiction? How can a yogi like Shankaracharya say something which is against the Vedas? My Acharya answers, actually Guru Shankaracharya ji about 1500 years back were great philosopher of Vedas. He did Shastrat, that is discussions, to several gurus at that time and condemned them who were against the Vedas. One man deceived Sri Shankaracharya ji and showed himself to be his disciple. The man used to give slow poison to Shankaracharya ji, and at last Shankaracharya ji died. Then again the man with the others spread their own thoughts of telling the people that the thoughts were of Shankaracharya ji. One should never think against the Vedas. What a beautiful answer. Next question. I have a doubt in Mahabharata. Paramatma says he goes to the path of Dharma, but while killing Ashwatthama, he has guided to misguide his father. Is it Dharma? My Acharya answers, when Abhimanyu entered in the Chakravyuh, then Abhimanyu was killed by several warriors in presence of Dronacharya, leaving behind all the dharmas of war, because it was settled by Bhishma Pitamaha before the start of war that one warrior will fight with one warrior only, which was not obeyed by Dronacharya, Karna, etc. So Dronacharya was dealt with such a trick. Everybody must read the original version of Mahabharata written by Vyas Muni, which has only 10,000 slokas. But after that, that is at the present time, about 1,10,000 false slokas have been added to it. Next question. Why did God take avatar in India only? Is India a holy land, so God took avatar here, or is it because God took avatar, it became holy? My Acharya answers, God does not favor anybody or to any place, etc. Secondly, avatar is not possible. That is, God has never taken avatar, for which I have written several times in detail. You are requested to see the website vedamandir.com for more details. Last question for today. Can you please explain the type of deeds? My Acharya answers, there are two types of deeds. Natural deeds, that is to eat, to sleep, smile, laugh, weep, to pass the urine and stools, etc. For these type of deeds, neither a teacher is employed nor an institution is required to understand or do the same. These are equally to do by human being and animal, birds also. Next type of deed is instigated deeds, that is to study, progress in science, technology, trust in God, auspicious deeds, yajna, worship, yoga, education, including meditation, etc. These auspicious types of deeds cannot be done by animals, birds. These are only meant for human beings. So we are separated from the categories of animals when we are faithful to do auspicious types of deeds mentioned above. In the whole of the holy books in the world, we learn to pray or worship God, to bless us, to teach only instigated deeds. For example, Samaveda Mantra 259 says, O Lord, give us the knowledge to enable us to understand the instigated and auspicious deeds. O worshipful God, guide us to the righteousness or teach us the yoga so that we may be able in our present life to attain the divine light. What a beautiful mantra and beautiful explanation about the deeds. I hope you have got some clarity on the answers given by my Acharya. In the channel, you can go to the playlist, and in the playlist I have created a question and answer by my Acharya. I have placed all the videos, all the parts in Tamil and English in that. You can retrieve at any point of time and get your clarification there for the questions. So you may get some idea, and also request you to spread these kind of videos which will help everyone. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.